Section 9 objective is to explain the limited role of the 5 senses for identifying hazard materials. In this section, we will be talking about senses. With vision, it is definitely the safest of the 5 senses to use to detect a hazard material. Hearing can also be used to detect information from a distance. While it may be perfectly safe to observe an overturned cargo tank from a distance through binoculars, emergency responders have to come into close or actual physical contact with the hazard materials in order to smell, taste, or feel a release. While many products release odors well below dangerous levels, there is a good chance that if you are this close to the hazardous material, you are too close for safety's sake. It should also be noted that many hazardous materials are invisible, have no odor, and cannot be readily detected by senses. Hydrogen sulfide and certain other chemicals may cause olfactory fatigue. In other words, you can cease to smell it even though it is still present. However, any smells, taste, or symptoms reported by victims and witnesses may prove helpful. Warning properties of chemicals include visible gas clouds, pungent odors, and irritating fumes. You should be aware of visual and physical chemical indicators that provide tangible evidence that hazard materials are present. Unusual noises may also alert you to the presence of hazards. Some hazardous materials have odorant added to them to aid in detection. For example, the distinct odor normally associated with natural gas, which is an odorless gas, is actually caused by mercaptan, an additive. Direct visible evidence that physical and/or chemical actions and reactions are taking place include the following: spreading vapor, cloud, or smoke, unusual colored smoke or flames, PPE that fails, dying or discolored vegetation, container deterioration, containers bulging, sick humans, dead or dying birds, animals, insects, or fish, and discoloration of valves or piping. Physical actions or processes that do not change elemental composition of the materials involved. Such indications of a physical action are as follows: rainbow sheen on water surfaces, wavy vapors over volatile liquid, frost or ice buildup near a leak, containers deformed by the force of an accident, activated pressure relief devices, or pinging or popping of heat or cold exposed vessels. Chemical reactions convert one substance to another. Visual and sensory evidence of chemical reactions include the following: heat, unusual or unexpected temperature drop, extraordinary fire conditions, peeling or discoloration of a container's finish, splattering or boiling of unheated materials, distinctively colored vapor clouds, smoking or self-igniting materials, unexpected deterioration of equipment, particular smells, unexplained changes in ordinary materials, and symptoms of chemical exposure. Physiological signs and symptoms of chemical exposure may also indicate the presence of hazardous materials. Symptoms can occur separately or in clusters depending on the chemical. Symptoms of the chemical exposure include the following: changes in respiration, such as difficulty in breathing, an increase or decrease in respiration rate, tightness of the chest, irritation of the nose and throat, and/or respiratory arrest. Changes in the level of consciousness, such as dizziness, lightheadedness, drowsiness, confusion, fainting, and/or unconsciousness. Abdominal distress can cause nausea, vomiting, and/or cramping. Changes in activity level could be fatigue, weakness, stupor, hyperactivity, restlessness, anxiety, giddiness, and/or faulty judgment. Visual disturbances could be double vision, blurred vision, cloudy vision, burning of eyes and or dilated or constricted pupils. Skin changes can be a burning sensation, reddening, paleness, fever and or chills, itching and or blisters. Changes in excretion or thirst can be uncontrolled, tears, profuse sweating, mucus flowing from the nose, diarrhea, infrequent urination, bloody stools, and or intense thirst. Pain could be a headache, muscle ache, stomach ache, chest pain, and or localized pain at sites of substance contact. The review question for senses is, how can using the senses for hazardous materials identification be dangerous? See pages 104 through 107 of the manual for your answers.